All right, welcome back to this episode of Greetings from the Garden State, powered by the New Jersey Lottery. I'm your host, Mike Ham. We're here in Edison, New Jersey today at the New Jersey Youth Soccer Awards dinner banquet. We have three great New Jersey Youth Soccer players in front of us, all won awards this year. Very exciting. So we have Gabriel Wahby, we have Melissa Pires, and Bobby Kaupas. Got that right, Bobby? Nailed it. All right, great. So each of you won a specific award. So, Gabriel, we're going to start with you. You won the New Jersey Youth Soccer Save of the Year. Can you describe the save and what made it the Save of the Year for 2024?
All right, well, describing the save, it was 1-1, maybe 20 minutes into the second half of the game that we're playing in. We're playing against Real Fe, and I was playing with PDA. Ball gets played down the right side. My left back winds up getting beat. Ball gets crossed in. And I'm moving to my right, getting ready to prepare for a shot. There's a man inside my six. Ball lands on his foot. He hits it to my left, if you're facing the goal, bottom right. And as I was moving to my right, I jumped backwards and pushed my hand out to the left side, and I wound up pushing it out.
Yeah.
Keeping the game 1-1. We wound up winning that game 3-1.
In the moment, I mean, it's hard to, realize in the moment almost what you did, because sometimes as an athlete it's almost out of body experience at certain points. But you told me off mic before we even started that you didn't think you were gonna win Save of the Year, but it must have been pretty special to win this award.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's not a very flashy save.
Sure.
So when you're looking at it, you're not really wow, geez, man, that's crazy. But if you know the game and you've watched soccer before and you understand how to play it, you understand that that's a technical save.
Yeah.
And that's something that's not the easiest to do.
Sure.
So I feel like that's probably why I won it.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, congratulations. We'll get back to you, but I want to get to Melissa and Bobby. So, Melissa, goal of the year. Can you take us through your goal?
So we were tied 1-1 at half, and we're probably at the 60th minute in the second half. We get a corner, and we haven't really used this play before, but we call it bacalhau. And so that play is two dummies, and the third person shoots it. And instead, we decided to try something else and do three dummies. And I was the fourth person, so I took it, and I hit that top end. It was crazy.
Yeah. And we were talking before, I mean, there must have been, I don't know how many goals of the year submissions, right? But what does it mean to have the goal of the year for New Jersey Youth Soccer?
It's honestly crazy because there's probably hundreds of submissions, and out of all of New Jersey, I was obviously the top pick, which is crazy to have and a big accomplishment.
Yeah, 100%. Bobby, Comeback Player of the Year presented by JAG Physical Therapy. Can you share your story? Because it says here you have been playing soccer with Cherry Hill Soccer Club since you were 7. You're obviously older than 7 now. So what put you on the shelf? And then take us through your comeback.
So when I was born, I was with a condition where my right leg and foot was shorter than the other.
Okay.
And so as I was playing, I was really good at striker, but then I started to have a limp as I got older, and the discrepancy was bigger. So I had to switch to goalkeeper. But then a couple years later, I'd have surgery on the right leg, and that I really thought my soccer career was over.
Sure.
But then one of my friends called me, and this was from the same team that I was on, and they asked me if I wanted to play goalie again, and I said yes, and it was a pretty good decision of mine because I thought I played really good, and I thought I played the best I could be.
Sure. What was it like to get back on the field thinking that your career was over at a certain point, but then to be able to get back on the field and play and perform at a high level?
Well, the first game I was back, it was a tournament game, I think, and it was just everybody cheering for me because it was the first time I've ever played on the field since I was a year and a half or something. It felt really good to be back on the field and doing what I love.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, Gabriel, we're going to bring it back over to you.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, your future in soccer, just you talking to me about it, obviously you take, all of you take this very seriously.
Yeah.
So what are your hopes and dreams when it comes to soccer in Jersey and then beyond?
I mean, the chances of making it pro in the U.S. are very slim to none. In any sport, I feel like it's well under 1%. And, you know, that's always the dream, is to make it as far as I possibly can. But for me, like, I would love to be able to pursue, like, my academics in college and still be able to play for, like, a good program where I could become the best soccer player I can. I mean, eventually maybe I could get drafted into the MLS or picked up by an MLS squad. But like, my main goal right now is just to make it into college and play at the highest level I can while pursuing my academic career.
Sure, that's a great answer. Melissa, same thing, different? Any other aspirations?
I'm actually in college right now. I'm a freshman in college.
Where?
Caldwell.
Okay, cool.
Division 2.
Yep.
I'm looking to hopefully transfer after my second year and hopefully make it Division 1.
Sure. Bobby?
Well, right now I'm not really knowing because this is my first year back.
Sure.
But I do want to make it farther in soccer, like high school and stuff. But I do have a lot more sports that I play right now. So I'm really good at music too. I got a lot of music stuff. But it would be really cool to make it pro in a sport.
Sure. Yeah. Listen, I'm 34. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but it's okay. So are they going to play like a video of the goal and the save and like at this event tonight?
Yeah, when we're going to be handed the awards, I believe they're going to play the video of the save and then her goal, and
yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do exactly, but they're going to play that and we go up to the stage, take our awards or whatever, and I think we're meeting back over to that room over there, to the VIP A.
Don't ask me because I don't know that.
And,
so
we'll take pictures and stuff.
Is it going to be like, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
There's like, I think they told me, because I had never been to one of these,
yeah.
So we had a lot of meetings to make sure that I was really prepared.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 1,000 people here.
Yeah.
And isn't it crazy? Like, is it almost hard to really grasp like how cool that's going to be when like your save, your goal, your story gets played in front of 1,000 people tonight? That's got to be wild.
Yeah, kind of feels like I'm famous.
Yeah. I mean, in a sense, you are. Yeah. Just to get in front of 1,000 people and do something, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, gonna be.
It's great.
Yeah. Nervous at all? Any
No,
nerves?
not really.
Nah.
Just like hell yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to all three of you. I hope you have a great night, and thank you for joining us on the show for a little bit. And I'm sure it's going to be a great night for all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So we'll be right back. This is the Greetings from the Garden State podcast, powered by the New Jersey Lottery. I'm Mike Cam. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we're back with this episode of Greetings from the Garden State, powered by the New Jersey Lottery. I'm Mike Cam. We're here with three Jersey soccer legends. I'll say it. We got Tab Ramos, John Harkes, and Tony Meola. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
thanks.
Absolutely. So can we first just talk about like what's up with Kearney and like why is Kearney the spot for Jersey soccer? We just had a couple
water,
kids.
maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
it's definitely the
They say
water.
it's
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah.
Everything's the water.
At 14, they made us swim in the Passaic River, and that was it. Everything from there went downhill.
Because I mean, the save of the year we just had, Gabriel. He's also from Kearney.
Of course he is.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Yeah.
like, and then I started looking through my notes here, and I was like, "What is everyone here from Kearney?" Like, but incredible. So
great.
you grew up playing youth soccer in Kearney, in Jersey. You guys all played together, right? And take me through kind of like those memories going back, because I mean, obviously this is a big event. There's 1,000 people here, all youth soccer focused, and then obviously you all had your own careers in soccer as you progressed. So maybe take me back to like what it was like playing soccer in Jersey as a kid.
Well, for me, I
You all
just
try to throw it to each other.
The youngest one will go first,
Sure.
just so I remind everyone that I'm the youngest. We grew up in a place where it was unlike other places in the country. It was kind of the cool thing to do.
Yeah.
A lot of immigrants moved to Kearney at the time. A lot of Scottish and Irish heritage, which obviously took the love of the game into the town. And Tab and I moved into town a little bit later than some kids there. Tab, the latest of us, and it was kind of the thing to do. And to be honest, we thought everybody was doing that around the country, you know, because we didn't know any better. We hadn't ever really left the town, and we're in our 50s now and realize how lucky we were to grow up in a place that loved the game.
Yeah. Tab, any other thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, the one thing I would say is obviously that we were very lucky to be in this town where soccer was the most important thing. You know, not every town was like that, but as Tony mentioned, we didn't know that. And I think that sort of, when you look at, you try to look at today's game and you see how much kids jump around from team to team and from town to town. We all played for the same club always. Like, we never left our club.
Yeah.
Thistle and Kearney, we all played for Thistle, and we left when we went to college, having just played our last games for Thistle. So
yeah.
I think it was pretty neat, something that doesn't happen as often anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that I think we all feel is always about the support we always had. And it always talks about, it takes a village. We hear that said so many times, and we had that. We had that support from families that we didn't even know. There was people that were like, they would drive you down to a New Jersey state tryout if you could. It was all of that. So there was a lot of sacrifice from the generations before us, and there was a lot of, for me, just open arms of inclusivity to everybody in the town. It was fantastic, and it was all based around a game that we love. So we all just connected so well through that. And as Tony said, we thought everybody was doing that across the country. But yeah, I mean, it was just, we were very fortunate to be in an era where we had people that want to coach us and take care of us at the same time.
It's really cool. So I grew up playing baseball like all the way through college, and I was like, I'm in my 30s, and so I was kind of on like the beginning part of travel ball and like club teams and like all that kind of stuff, and really kind of changed baseball, youth baseball forever. But just having like the community side of it, I mean, like I grew up in Pequannock, and Little League in Pequannock was like the thing. Like, you played baseball in Pequannock, like that was it. But then to have a community like that, like, like you said, supporting, and that must be like the best. That is the best thing that you could possibly have for a kid that's really into a sport. So as Jersey continues to embrace soccer even more, obviously the World Cup coming here in 2026. Can we talk a little bit about like what that means to a state like Jersey? Tab, I know you played in a few World Cups. If you want to maybe speak to that, like how important that is for Jersey, especially North Jersey, to have the World Cup games and also the final playing up at MetLife.
Well, I mean, we all played in multiple World Cups, and we were lucky that we played actually in two of them. We played together, so we played 2 World Cups together, 90 and 94. And obviously, growing up in Kearney, we used to go to the Cosmos games, and we try to get a ride to that. And I think we could have never imagined that a World Cup game would ever be played 5 miles away from Kearney. And what was Giant Stadium now obviously is MetLife, but it's still just a few miles away. We could have never imagined that. Yeah.
And maybe, Tony, if you want to maybe speak to like the impact that it has on like youth soccer. Because obviously, like, we're here and this is a youth soccer event, but to be able to kind of like put it right in front of kids has got to be incredible.
Yeah, I think we'll get a little bit of what we got in 1994. I don't think we realized, or a lot of people realized, what the World Cup means for a community and the impact it has. Now we're going to have a World Cup that's expanded with more nations coming here. I don't think any of these kids have any idea what it's going to be like when that World Cup is around. It is an incredible event. It's the biggest event in the world. And I can't imagine of all the places that it's going to be held in 3 different countries and all the different cities, that any venue is going to be any better than having a World Cup in the great state of New Jersey. Yeah. And I remind people all the time, this is not a New York venue, it's a New Jersey venue.
That's right. I say that a lot myself.
Yeah, I say it all the time, but I don't know that anyone, having experienced it, we can tell you a little bit about it, but and Tab and I actually experienced it as fans in 2018. We were in Russia together. We had never experienced it. We were working in different television areas, and we met up. We were like, "Is this what fans do?"
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing. And we sat outside and had coffee one day, and it was like, holy cow, man, we missed a lot by playing. And now we're like, it's going to be here. I'm going to be a fan, and I'm going to be involved in all of it.
Yeah, and maybe so. Like, how do you take the fandom side of it? And maybe John, I'll bring this over to you because we'll get to you next. But the fandom side of it, but then also making sure that like you're giving back to the game? Because obviously it seems like this giving back to the game is really important for all three of you, and maybe kind of like being a fan and making sure that like you're enjoying it and kind of relishing what your experience has been like in the sport, but then being able to make sure that the kids here or the youth soccer programs in Jersey like have that experience as well.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge, right? We were always talking about connecting the game from the youth game to the high school to the college and then into the pro levels. And there was a long period of time where there was an absence of a pro level. You know, it went from 84 where Tad was, basically going to be selected to go for the Cosmos, and they folded. And then we came out of high school as well, and we were like, what's next? And now you got the game at the highest level coming back here to MetLife Stadium with the final. The World Club Championships are this year, and it's going to be amazing. To connect the game to the kids is making sure that they understand they've got to go to these games. We are in a big country, and the hardest thing to do is to manage everybody in every state, but you can never schedule games for youth games at the same time as World Cup games.
Yeah.
Like, that's, in other countries, it's blasphemy. Like, just don't even do it. So we got to make sure we get them to those experiences, those game day experiences.
Right.
That they walk in and they see what it's like and say, there's a small potential. These guys are going to go, I want to do that. Not for everybody, but for sure. There's 3-4 kids that on every team dream about doing that, both boys and girls. And we are the only country in the world that started the game in the women's game. We introduced it to the rest of the world, the women's game of football, in 1991 when they won the World Cup. And everybody else looked at the U.S. and said, wow, everybody can play? The women can play? That's incredible. I remember in the 70s in England, they weren't even allowed to kick a ball, So opening up that jar is amazing.
Yeah.
For the young girls here tonight in Jersey, they get to feel that, and they need more of those Mia Hams of the world that come back and become role models for them. So it's fantastic. So we love doing stuff like this for Youth Soccer Association in New Jersey because we grew up and we got a lot out of this. We really did. And to come back here tonight, all of us are coming in from everywhere.
Right.
And we're like, why not? Let's do it. Let's get together. So it's really nice to be together.
Yeah, it really shows. I mean, just like you guys just being here and like the presence here obviously is really important to everyone.
We didn't get any presents. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We didn't. Was there a present, Mike?
I didn't get a present.
All right.
I haven't even eaten yet.
There's a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
We have a lightning.
Yeah, I'll give you some
What
stickers.
are we doing with the lightning bolts?
So you can put that on the back of your car, show it off a little bit. Because I think that's like another interesting point too. Like obviously the World Cup itself coming here is like a big monumental thing, but then it's also like these kind of events, like the day-to-day of continuing to like make sure the outreach is there, the connection is there to grow the game, right?
Yeah, look, I mean, is it that far-fetched to look in this room, like look at these kids tonight and think that there's not a World Cup player down the road somewhere?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's one walking around, whether it's on the men's side or the women's side. Some of those kids are going to play in a World Cup at one point. They're going to be part of youth national teams. And this is where we all started, at banquets like this. And it's great to see. We've always had, obviously, an affinity for New Jersey and the players that come out of here for obvious reasons, right? But truth be told, we have developed so many great players over the years, whether it's been college players, youth national team players, full national team players. There's something about the love of the game in this state that other states could only wish that they had.
Yeah, that's a great way to kind of cap this off. But I just want to make sure that we thank you guys for coming, giving us a couple minutes of your time. I know you got things to do. So thank you again for sharing your love for the game, some time with us. So Tony Meola, Tab Ramos, John Harkes, thank you guys so much. And we'll be right back. The Mayo Performing Arts Center is the heart of arts and entertainment in Morristown, New Jersey. MPAC presents over 200 events annually and is home to an innovative children's arts education program. To see MPAC's upcoming schedule of world-class concerts, stand-up comedy, family shows, and more, head to mayoarts.org or just click the link in our show notes. All right, we're back for another segment of Greetings from the Garden State, powered by the New Jersey Lottery. I'm Mike Cam. We are here at the New Jersey Youth Soccer Awards Banquet. 3 more great players, New Jersey Youth Soccer players here with us. Mark Surretsky, Tomas Montero, and Alyssa Manassi. Got that right? Yes. I forgot it halfway through as I was saying it, but I'm glad I got it right. So we're talking, the theme of this segment is accomplished teams and players. So Mark, we're going to start with you. So You are a USYS Eastern Regional Champion and winner of a New Jersey Youth Soccer State Cup.
Yeah.
Your club team, Cedar Stars Academy North, won the US Youth Soccer National Championship.
Yes, we did.
A lot of things in there. That's
yeah.
a lot of accomplishments. So let's talk about the accomplishments and maybe some of the challenges that your team faced throughout the tournaments that you were playing in and how you overcome them.
Yeah, so we actually had to deal with many challenges. Initially, we had a chance to play 2 3-game tournaments to qualify for nationals. First tournament, we won all our games. Second tournament, we advance. We lose, so we don't qualify for nationals. We take a longer route to get there. We enter State Cup. I believe it was like about 4 games. We win them. We go to regionals, and we get to the final. We're down 2-0, or by 2 goals for about the entire game. And then we ended up coming back within the last 5 minutes, and then winning in overtime. And then we advance to nationals. We get there. We win our group stage. We play in the semifinals, and then it goes to pens. Thankfully, our keeper saved 2 shots, so we advanced to the finals. And this team we played in the finals, they're back-to-back defending champs, national titles.
Sure.
So, like, they're
pretty good.
Yeah, great team. And we're down 2-0 for the majority of the game. Eventually, we come back, we tie it up 2-2. It's about extra time. And then in the very last minute, we score the game winner. So, faced a lot of challenges, dug a lot of holes for ourselves, but in the end, it felt great.
Yeah.
Because
hey, a win's a win at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You know, so awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tomas, you are a member of the Ironbound Soccer Club team that won the US Youth Soccer Eastern Regional Championships. Can you take me through, and we're eventually going to get to a similar question for all of you, but the idea of like competing at a high level with a great team, like how does that help you elevate your game overall?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the struggle. We kind of had a couple struggles, not having enough players there, having 13 players. But really, as a team, we came together, and we had every game. We had the mentality where we got to work with the intensity, hard work, all that, if we wanted to win. And our coaches, our players, everyone had that same mindset that we had to really work together in order for us to advance. And in the end, we did. Really.
Yeah.
We advanced.
Awesome. Alyssa.
Yes.
Sorry about your leg.
Yes.
But that doesn't take away from all the accomplishments of last year. So you are a sophomore at Rutgers Preparatory School, currently playing for STA and a key player with New Jersey Youth Soccer's ODP team. Sorry. This year, she was selected to the U.S. Soccer Inter-Regional Team. So how has the Olympic Development Program shaped your development as a player and a teammate?
It's a great environment. There are multiple people around you. They're great players. So I think the talent really pushes you to do better and to be your best. And the coaches around you, too. They give you lots of feedback. And the feedback is great. At the end of every season, they give you feedback forms. And I think that's helped me grow because I see how other coaches see me. And I can apply that to how I play and what I do in my daily life.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great answer. So let's go back to you, Mark. So I asked you off mic before while we were waiting, getting set up and everything, if your team was here. And I think you said that most of your team is here.
Most of my team.
So what's it like to be able to, like, you win nationals and then you come here and there's 1,000 people here, but you and your whole team are here, like you and your boys.
Yeah.
Like, what's that like? That's gotta be awesome.
These are memories that you have for life. You know what I'm saying? So get here, getting the chance to celebrate it, it feels great. But also the fact that we won this together. We've been a team for so long, and going through all that adversity has really helped us mold as people and as a team together. So, I've met some kids that I'm going to know for the rest of my life, my closest friends now. So I think that's really special to me.
100%. Tomas, similar question, because I think you told me that you are relatively new to the Ironbound team. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So what's it like to be here with your team and also be the one that is here with me now talking about the team? Like, that's got to be pretty cool because you're talking to me. I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, it is. I mean, I've only been here 8 months, but in my short time here, I've really grown closer to them in like a different level than I had with my previous team. I mean, we play each other in high school, and even though we're in high school, we come back together at practice, and it just feels like we just, by the day, we grow closer and closer. I mean, like, I really love these guys. I've really grown closer with all the tournaments we've been to, just enjoying the time we have left playing this amazing sport that we all love.
Yeah, awesome. Alyssa, so your experience, a little bit unique, from people that we've talked to so far. So what was the most valuable part of that experience playing at the interregional level?
I think the most valuable part was probably the relationships that you grow with each other. We've all played against each other at least once before in like national events or regional events. So I think it's like once we started playing, it's like we all played as a team. We all knew each other. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to go this year, but the last years, it's great talent. Everybody knows each other. It's like you guys have been friends forever. So I think the chemistry off the field helps with the chemistry on the field as well.
Yeah. And so I think the winning teams, like there must be some type of presentation and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
At the banquet.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
What's that going to be like when, like in front of all these people, like 1,000 people are chanting your name over there.
Yeah.
So what's that going to feel like when like you guys go up there, you accept your award? Take me through what you're thinking.
I mean,
are you nervous?
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm nervous.
Yeah, you're getting heckled right now, so that's something.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
These are my teammates that are not
that's
being
the best.
so great right now. But no, it's definitely going to be fun to go on that stage and celebrate. I mean, the hard work that we've all had to get here. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Same question for you, Tomas. Like, what's that going to feel like when you guys go up there and accept your award?
I mean, it's going to feel pretty good. I mean, we worked hard this past like 9 months and all that, but I feel like it's going to kind of fuel us because, I mean, we have one season left. I feel like we're going to kind of strive for more, as Mark said, to kind of win a national championship. That's our goal for this season.
Totally. And Alyssa, obviously you have an injury right now, but like, what are you looking forward to once you're able to get back on the field?
I think right now what I'm just going to do is once I get back, I'm going to make up for all the time that I lost. I think watching everybody play on the field, it's going to make me a better player because I could see the certain scenarios that they're in, and I could see how I could get myself out of those. And I think overall it's just going to make me a better player. So it's given me time to improve, time to rest, so I could come back as an even better player.
Awesome. Well, thank you, all three of you, so much for doing this with us, and I appreciate you sharing your stories, and good luck in the future, and have fun.
Thank you.
Have fun tonight. So this has been this segment of Greetings from the Garden State, powered by the New Jersey Lottery. We were here with Mark Surretsky, Tomas Montero, and Alyssa Manassi. We'll be right back. Looking to buy, sell, or rent in Monmouth or Ocean counties? Megan Carroll of RE/MAX Elite brings local expertise and personalized service. Megan will make your real estate process smooth and stress-free. Bringing Southern hospitality to the Jersey Shore, call Megan today at 732-508-7402 or visit her website at mcsellsbythesea.com. All right, we're back for another segment of this episode of Greetings from the Garden State, powered by the New Jersey Lottery. I'm Mike Ham. We're here, of course, at the New Jersey Youth Soccer Awards Banquet. Two more guests with us, one familiar face, one new face for us. We got Skip Gilbert, U.S. Youth Soccer CEO, and Lauren LaRusso, co-chair of the New York, New Jersey World Cup host committee. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, Mike.
Absolutely. So, Skip, we'll start with you. You are the CEO of U.S. Youth Soccer, bringing over 30 years of experience in sports leadership, including roles in marketing, operations, and governance. And you've focused on expanding access, fostering player development, and enhancing the youth soccer experience nationwide. Thank you to New Jersey Youth Soccer for these great notes. But the first question here, and you were asking if you're New Jersey through and through to myself and to Lauren, you have some Jersey roots yourself, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
I guess, of course. No, I played, I went to high school in New Jersey, down at Lawrenceville.
Okay.
So I played high school. We won two state championships. I played club soccer. I played Mercer County Select. I played ODP. Went to many Cosmos games at Giant Stadium. And so, yeah, I'm New Jersey youth soccer through and through.
Yeah. And what's it like to come to an event like this and almost like back, we'll say home, in a sense?
You know, and I set it up when I was on the stage. You know, having been in the sport and in sport in general for so many years, some of the best players in the country come out of New Jersey year in and year out. So it truly is, if you can play with the best in New Jersey, you can play with the best in the world. And so it's always really special for me to come back to New Jersey just to see the excitement and to see just when you look in the kids' eyes and the excitement and they're proud and they're so excited for the future, it's hard not to just be energized by it.
Yeah. And so for Lauren and all the prep that's going in, and we talked kind of about the prep and everything about the World Cup coming in 2026 on an episode of the show last year, from the youth soccer perspective. And we've asked Tab and Tony and John and some of the kids that have been on the show so far, like the build up towards the World Cup in 2026. Talk to me about like the youth soccer component and how important that is to the day-to-day operations of what you guys do and what you're preparing for.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. I think it goes back actually a few years when we first started working with New Jersey Youth Soccer and Evan Dabby. We didn't even have a formal organization, and it was a priority for us to think about youth as a key constituent group that we needed to service and make sure that as we plan this big mega sporting event, and of course want business involvement, government involvement, and other parts of the community to remember the youth and what the legacy will be for them in all of this. And so we started early conversations with Evan about what that could be. As we're getting closer to 2026 and the FIFA World Cup, for us that will be a lot of community engagement, but a lot of strategic efforts to involve them. Because, again, only so many people can go to the matches at MetLife Stadium. We have a ginormous FIFA fan festival that we're doing and hope to have youth components, or will have youth components in that, but also a regional fan engagement plan that will be in all the boroughs in New York City and throughout the state of New Jersey and North Central and South Jersey. And we're looking to partner with different community groups and specifically involving youth to come to activations and bring player ambassadors and legends and all sorts of things that we can do for them to give them access.
Yeah.
As you said, it's about getting them excited and seeing the future of what this all could be.
Yeah. I think it's funny too, like, I don't know if you remember, but when we recorded our episode at MetLife, like New Jersey Youth Soccer was on the field practicing that day. And so it's just kind of like a full circle moment that now we're back here at the awards banquet and all that. So, Skip, where do you see the future of soccer here in Jersey? Because obviously, like, you're connected all over the country with U.S. youth soccer, but the future of soccer here in Jersey with all the stuff that's happening and the excitement about the World Cup and everything that's going on here. So where do you kind of see the future of soccer in Jersey as a whole for the youth?
There's a paradigm that we use for player development in the country, which is build the base, promote the sport, achieve sustained competitive success. New Jersey's already there. So it's not a matter of can you get more 6-year-olds playing the game? Almost every kid is going to play the game of soccer.
Mine is turning 6 next month and already is
Here we go.
fully there.
See, case in point.
All in.
Fully there. She's all in.
Yeah.
But the real challenge, and this is where the World Cup is going to be so instrumental, is how do we keep more kids playing the game? We're so focused at the very top of the pyramid that sometimes we forget about the kids that just want to play.
Right.
And I always put it is, we're very good at a competitive development pathway. But what about the pathway for the kids that ultimately just want to be a 40-year-old playing in a bar league?
Yeah.
They have no aspirations for college. They probably won't play high school. They are not going to play MLS or NWSL. They just want to play. And unfortunately, the way the sport in this country is set, their opportunities to play are getting less and less.
Sure.
And so if we can change that narrative and give them more, not 11v11, but perhaps 3v3s.
Right.
So they can just go out. It's almost like years ago, if you go into New York City, every basketball court on every other block is filled with people.
Yeah.
We need to have that happen for soccer and in the small-sided, so they can go out and play when they want, where they want, and with whom they want.
Yep. Yeah, and it's crazy because, like, we had, like I mentioned, Tony, John, and Tab on the show before, and they, like, grew up together. They played together. They were in the same community. They said that they're in their 50s. So, like, I'm in my 30s. Like, my experience playing sports when I was a kid, like, you played with your town teams. And, like, and then as I got older, that was, like, the start of club sports and, travel ball and all that kind of stuff. And it's shifted a lot of the stuff to like what you're saying, taking away from just like the kids that want to play. Because if you're not like all in, like why do it? And it's like, because it's fun. Like that's the whole point. And to grow the game, like you need stuff like that, right? So, Lauren, with New Jersey Youth Soccer, can you talk maybe about some like highlights and of your partnership with Youth Soccer and like what some collaborations you're going to be working on over the next couple of years?
Sure. One of them actually piggybacks on exactly what you're saying. So the host committee has made a commitment to install 26 mini pitches throughout New York and New Jersey. And those mini pitches allow for the pickup games and allow for the less formal aspects of the game for kids to get involved in. Most of them, the sites that we look at are like school playgrounds that are easily accessible to after-school programs, or after that, for the neighborhood kids to come and use. One we did in Kearney, actually, with the Premier League a couple years ago now. We partnered with an organization that would allow adults pickup games to be used on that same elementary school mini pitch. So one of the things we are working with New Jersey Youth Soccer now is making sure that those mini pitches get installed in locations that really need them and are most efficient for the community. So we work with them on that. Other things that we're looking to do with them and Evan Dabby is different kind of soccer councils to make sure that all different lenses of the soccer community in New Jersey have a voice as we plan for 26. And so we've talked a lot about that, and we started early on inputs. I've spoken to their general council meetings and sat down with parents, youth coaches to better understand what they need so we can prioritize and plan towards that. So New Jersey Youth Soccer has really allowed us to make it such that we ensure a seat at the table for young people and their parents and coaches in the game.
Yeah, and I think it's a really cool thing, and I know we talked about this last time, but a really cool thing knowing that obviously to put on World Cup games, let alone like a final World Cup game at MetLife, I mean, that's like, there's a lot of stuff that you have to do, whether it was just getting prepared to win the bid and all that kind of stuff, but then now that you have it, to get to the end of it. But knowing that excuse me, youth soccer is a critical and huge component of like your day-to-day job is really cool to see, because I think like we talked about before, it's not getting lost in like the big like World Cup, like, ooh, that's so cool. But the day-to-day growing the game, like that's a really big, important piece.
I mean, if we're not thinking about legacy and what it should be and, why are we doing this? And, a mega sporting event is great. It brings economic impact, but what is left behind? It's only a 39-day tournament. It's going to come up quick and go. And so if we actually think strategically about this and make sure we're getting a good return on our investment, it should leave lasting impacts.
Yeah, totally. So, Skip, my last one for you. You're at this event. Is this like, it's got to be like the best youth soccer awards banquet in the country, right?
Better than Texas, right?
Better than Texas.
Better than Texas. Well, it goes hand in hand. You have some of the best players in the country here. You should have the best awards dinner here. And again, kudos to Evan and his team, because they've done some really great things to keep the kids connected, even here. They go next door and they're on camera and on the red carpet.
Yep.
They get to walk out and parade to show their award and get team photos. It keeps them active and away from just sitting at a table, eating dinner, hearing their name, and then going home.
Yep.
I mean, it really is a terrific evening, and hopefully I'd love all of our state associations to follow the script.
Yeah. I mean, this is the first one that I've ever been to and am just blown away. I told my fiance I was coming to like a New Jersey Youth Soccer Awards banquet. She's like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "It's not what you think. It's different. It's better, But to have this many people here and like you said, like the experiential type thing. That's right. We don't do anything, half. It's always full. So my last one for you, Lauren, is, obviously there's the World Cup. There's a lot of things happening between now and July 2026. So what are some things that people like are fans of the game that they can be looking for that are going to be happening over the next year and a half that they can get excited about and kind of help with that build up?
Sure. So first off, this summer we have Club World Cup coming. It's FIFA's inaugural tournament with, I believe it's like 32 teams, 32, 36, don't quote me, I apologize. I'm focused on 26. But Club World Cup is coming, and MetLife will be hosting 9 games, including a quarterfinal, 2 semifinals, and the final.
Yep.
So it's a big deal for us. We're super excited to use that as a springboard to like take that momentum as we go into 26. And we have the 1-year kickoff as well, June 11th, 2025, which all of the U.S., Canada, and Mexico host cities will be joining together with FIFA to really kick off our efforts. And for us, we'll be doing participation in community-led events throughout the year. We are going to have a mobile tour, a skyline to shoreline theme where we will show up at events, and you could really start to see and feel this coming. So we're really excited about that.
Awesome. I think we're all excited. So thank you both for joining us, giving a couple minutes of your time for this great event and joining us here on the show. We'll let you get back to it. So this has been this segment of Greetings from the Garden State, powered by the New Jersey Lottery. I'm Mike Cam. This was Skip Gilbert and Lauren LaRusso. Thanks for listening. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we're back for our final segment of this episode of Greetings from the Garden State, powered by the New Jersey Lottery. So I'm Mike Ham. We have now Evan Dabby, Nan Vogel, and Dr. Jason Kristofiak. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're the grand finale, huh?
The grand finale. So
bring it home.
I
No
guess
pressure.
first off, Evan, just congratulations and well done
Thank
on
you.
a great event. This has been tremendous.
I'm having some fun. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
that's good.
you know, I say this is a night out with 1,000 of my closest friends.
Sure.
So here's 2 of the 1,000.
Yep.
And, I think there's a lot of smiles, there's a lot of laughter, there's a lot of chaos, organized chaos. And, I think youth soccer is about fun, and I hope that's what happened tonight. And incredibly grateful for the support of RWJ to help us do nights like this and all the other partners here.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, everyone that we've had come through, like all the players, everybody else that's kind of been a part of the show so far, tremendous. So like my first experience, 10 out of 10. So great job. Okay. Can we talk a little bit about, we'll start with you, how does New Jersey Youth Soccer engage with local communities to grow youth soccer across the state? So just so we can kind of get an idea of what it's all about.
Sure. Well, it's a team effort. There's 10 member leagues, 400 member clubs, thousands of volunteers throughout the state, and it's about empowering them to do what they do in their communities. Beyond that, we kind of put a little of our touch on it and a little bit of our flavor. Examples include we had a blast with Cafu, the Brazilian legend. He approached us. He was in market, and we had put together in a few weeks a clinic in Hoboken for the rec players. Bruninha came from Gotham FC. They had a jersey exchange between 2 Brazilians in their heritage, so that was unbelievable. And then we get fortunate to have some grant programs, a rec referee program, giving back to the community, the 12 to 14-year-olds, giving them an experience to gain experience before they go on to become referees at older ages. And then last I'll mention Let's Play. It's an after-school program funded by the Innovate to Grow grant at US Soccer. And it allows us to go into underprivileged areas, schools, and have a fully funded after-school program.
Yeah, that's amazing. We'll kind of swing it around the table here to you, Nan. So you're the Gotham FC's Senior Vice President of Partnerships, Game Day Experience, and Community and Social Impact. So a lot of responsibility there for sure.
Yeah.
But can you tell us a little bit about your soccer background and then how it feels to be here at the New Jersey Youth Soccer Awards dinner?
Absolutely. So I grew up playing the game. I played in college, not very well, but I had a great time, and I have a real passion for the sport. And while I was in college, I started interning for Major League Soccer, and I was like, oh, you can make a career out of this? So that's actually when I first met Evan back in the day. And now, and then I met my husband playing soccer. Like, my world is soccer. But now I get to sit in a really unique role, I think, with Gotham, where I'm overseeing partnerships and community, which to us, they are one and the same. You can't kind of have a real partnership if there's not a community angle to it. And so we work with RWJBarnabas. Dr. K is our doctor. They are a team physician. But also we work with New Jersey Youth Soccer on some incredible programming.
Yeah, absolutely. And so as she kicks it over to you, that's a great segue. Way
You're
to
welcome.
move it down the table, so we really appreciate that. So Dr. K, Chief Medical Officer for Gotham FC and a board-certified physician specializing in sports medicine. So in partnership with New Jersey Youth Soccer, how does RWJBarnabas Health promote community and the well-being of youth players? Because that's a big thing, you know, like kids especially playing maybe one sport, all that kind of stuff. I mean, take us through that.
Sure. So very fortunate to have the opportunity to be a part of RWJBarnabas Health. We are New Jersey's largest, most comprehensive healthcare system, and we are out there in the communities. We are all about community engagement to make sure that we're allowing everyone to have the same opportunities to get access to elite healthcare with thousands of employees in New Jersey, and allow individuals who love playing a sport, whether it's soccer or anything else, where we want to promote them to do whatever they want to do, and we want to keep them healthy and happy doing what they love on and off the field.
Right. And so, Evan, when you obviously have a great team that you work with, you know, like a day-to-day to put on an event like this and just run New Jersey Youth Soccer, but then also taking into account partners like Gotham FC and RWJBarnabas Health. Can you talk about the importance of groups like that and organizations like that to kind of make this whole wheel turn like it does?
Yeah, we want to connect with our partners at every opportunity, and I think tonight is a perfect example. I started in being involved in this event 10 years ago. 300 people, a really great event, but we are here with a capacity crowd of 1,000 plus, and we have to thank RWJBarnabas Health. They got involved several years ago, really helped support us at all levels, and I think this tonight is just a unique youth experience, so thank you to our partners there. And then it's easy to look at NAN and think of the Keeper in the Game initiative. So aligned in that, in terms of promoting girls playing soccer. They're leading the way in that, and we're just happy to be connecting with our coaches, our players, many of whom are here tonight, and building upon the leadership that they're driving.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you guys are doing so good, like just kind of moving the conversation along. It's taken really all the work out of this for me.
It's almost like we know each other.
Yeah,
We've done this before.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
So, Dan, can you tell us a little bit about Gotham FC's youth engagement strategy and how New Jersey Youth Soccer and RWJBarnabas Health plays a role in that outreach?
Absolutely. So we have established 4 strategic pillars from a community and social impact perspective. Youth access to sport is obviously one of them. And within that, back in August of 2024, we launched our flagship program called Keeper in the Game, and that is in partnership with Girls Leadership, who helps us create the curriculum. New Jersey Youth Soccer, which has helped us source a number of the clubs and distribute a number of the curriculum, and basically the program itself is designed to give coaches and the trusted adults in these girls' lives the tools and the language of resilience so that they know how to handle the unique pressures that girls are under in today's world. So it's really targeted at that 10 to 12 age range when you're kind of at that inflection point of maybe thinking sports isn't for me.
Sure.
And just giving them those tools to be able to stay in the game and then reap all of the benefits that we know come from that. And then with RWJBarnabas Health, we also, community is a major focus for us. And so as an example, we had last year 20 of our players on the same day go to 14 different facilities for RWJ throughout the state of New Jersey to do hospital visits and visit with patients. And it was just an incredible day, really well received by all the doctors and nurses and the kids and the patients as well.
Absolutely. So, and going off that topic of community, can you talk maybe a little bit more about RWJBarnabas Health's other initiatives that support youth and communities around the state?
Sure. So on top of NJ's youth soccer, there's also programs that we have with the New Jersey Devils, just looking to promote individuals who just love playing sport, whether it's hockey, soccer, whatever the case may be. A lot of our community-based programs are also into screening. So we do concussion screening, we do cardiac screening, allowing individuals who play a sport who may not have the best access to healthcare to be able to come in and get free screenings to make sure that they're in tip-top shape when they get on the field. And whether it's something that we have a deep pride into. One of our main slogan is "Let's be healthy together," and that's us in the communities wanting all of our communities that we care for to be healthy.
Absolutely. And so, back to you, Evan. When we're talking about New Jersey Youth Soccer and these partnerships and community, so how does New Jersey Youth Soccer balance fostering community involvement with achieving competitive successes in youth soccer? Because obviously, like, you want to win. Like, we had the goal of the year, the save of the year, the comeback player of the year. I mean, those are Like
You're
things
saying
that,
I only want to win? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, everyone wants to win. Like if you're not, but I also, I mean, there's a room for everything, room for everyone, and all that. So can you take us through how you balance that?
Sure. We're lucky that we have an opportunity for programming at all levels. One of the ones we're most proud of is Top Soccer, a program for players with disabilities. RWJBarnabas Health sponsors the registration for nearly 1,000 players with disabilities across the state. A wonderful program. We also, throughout the competitive spectrum, have our Olympic development program. Those players looking to be identified for the national team. We had 11 girls here that were selected for the USYS Soccer interregional team, and we found out earlier this week one of the girls here was selected for the USYS Soccer national select team. And then also our state cups, 1,000 teams, one of the largest state cups in the country. Every year compete for the honor. We saw so many here tonight. State winners go on to be regional winners, and we had a few national winners as well.
What's it like, Nan? Obviously working with New Jersey Youth Soccer and all the stuff that everyone does. So to come to a night like this where it's like a culmination of all the hard work and you're doing good like day to day, right? Like being involved with New Jersey Youth Soccer and all that. But then to get to a night like this where it all kind of comes together and you do have people kids winning awards and really like, realizing their dreams in some cases. Can you take us through like how cool something like this is?
So tonight is my first time actually coming to this event.
Yeah.
I have unfortunately not been able to make it to the past few, and I'm blown away. Like the level of energy, how excited the kids are, all the different costumes and the outfits and the sunglasses, and like it's so fun to see how much fun they're having and that they're all celebrating each other. And so I really think, to your point, like, yes, there's the competition aspect of this, but there's also the community that you build within your team. And then even broader than that, just the soccer community is a small, insular one. And so I think you see a lot of people kind of lifting each other up. And again, congrats to you. Like, this is an amazing night.
Yeah, absolutely. And a similar question for you, Dr. K. Like, what's it like to kind of all the stuff that you do personally with Gotham FC and youth soccer, but then RWJ as a whole? Can you take us through your experience tonight?
Yeah, I've been back here a couple years now, and I look forward to it every year. And it's an invitation I have on my schedule before it even comes. Actually, it's a great event to see these youngsters, and when I look at it, I see them looking up to the best soccer players in the world, competing at the highest level of competition. So I see all these youth athletes, they look up to Gotham FC, they look up to Red Bulls in the state of New Jersey, and we're just so privileged and honored as a healthcare system to be the official healthcare provider of Gotham FC and to be able to offer all these services throughout. So when I look at it, I see a little bit of an older version of myself, right? And
yes,
kind of makes me want to go back and play a sport right now.
Yeah.
And it's the camaraderie is amazing when you see it. There was a couple of the kids, they were putting out confetti, getting up there with their glasses on and just celebrating, just doing really amazing things. And I actually get a really big kick of looking at the highlight reels. Yeah. So my favorite one is save. When I played hockey, I used to do a little goalie. Mm-hmm. And so so I was never talented enough to be a soccer athlete.
Sure.
That was for my other friends. So I always get a big kick of looking at Save of the Year. So I always looked at that video, and it really just gets me pumped up to be a part of this program, and I look forward to it.
That's awesome.
I'll just add.
Yeah.
So my husband played soccer growing up in New Jersey, in Berkeley Heights, and there was a team from Berkeley Heights who won, and they were honored out there. He went bananas when he saw them. It was like our table was like, what happened? Is everything okay? And it was so it was really fun. Like, he was like, this didn't exist when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I just want to go on record. They are both all your husband. We're invited to the red carpet. You guys got your interviews, tell your stories. It's all there for you guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like they got cheated out of life. So bring them over. Let's do it.
Totally. Well, thank you all I know a busy night, a lot of stuff going on, but thank you all three of you for joining us on the show and giving us some of your time. And Evan, thank you for having us, and congratulations on a great evening.
Thanks so much. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Appreciate it.
So this has been the Greetings from the Garden State podcast, powered by the New Jersey Lottery. I'm Mike Cam. Thanks for listening to this great episode today, and we'll catch you next time.